Welcome back to the channel, Rare Coins History, that digs deep into the rarest coins, the hidden gems, and the pieces of history that could be sitting quietly in your collection, waiting to surprise you. Today, we're taking a closer look at a coin that might seem modern at first glance, but packs a powerful punch when it comes to historical value, precious metal content, and collector demand. We're talking about none other than the 2009 United States gold $1 coin, minted in Philadelphia, marked by the tiny but significant P mint mark. Now, the moment you hear gold dollar, your curiosity probably starts buzzing, and rightfully so. Most people don't even realize that the US Mint produced any gold coins in 2009 for general circulation. But here's the thing, this isn't your typical pocket change. This is a coin that blends modern design with deep-rooted symbolism, a piece that some collectors consider a hidden masterpiece in modern American numismatics. So buckle up, because we're going to explore where this coin came from, why it was made, the fascinating design behind it, and most importantly, how you might just be looking at a coin that could fetch a staggering sum if it checks all the right boxes. Let's rewind to 2009. The United States was emerging from a major economic crisis. The Great Recession was shaking global markets, and confidence in financial institutions was at an all-time low. But amidst all that chaos, the US Mint continued doing what it's done for centuries, producing coins that reflect the heart and history of the nation. In 2009, the US Mint introduced the Native American $1 coin program, a continuation of the presidential dollar series. These coins were not made of actual gold for circulation purposes, but rather a golden-colored manganese brass alloy. However, there were also special collector and presentation pieces, proofs and commemoratives, struck in actual gold for limited programs and collectors. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Some of these gold dollar coins, particularly those struck in Philadelphia and bearing the P mint mark, were part of limited issue sets or experimental strikes. These coins weren't meant to enter general circulation, and some were never even meant to be released to the public. But a few did make their way out, either through official channels or under mysterious circumstances, and that's where the real treasure lies. Let's take a closer look at the design, because it's truly remarkable. On the obverse of the 2009 Native American dollar, you'll see a striking portrait of Sacagawea, the legendary Shoshone woman who guided Lewis and Clark through their expedition in the early 1800s. She's depicted with her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, on her back, a powerful image of strength, wisdom, and motherhood. It's a continuation of the Sacagawea dollar introduced in 2000, but the reverse of the coin is where the 2009 version becomes truly unique. The reverse features an intricate image of three sisters: agriculture, corn, beans, and squash, honoring the agricultural contributions of Native American communities. These three crops were vital to indigenous farming traditions and symbolize unity, sustainability, and survival. It's not just beautiful, it's meaningful. The artwork is detailed, bold, and deeply symbolic of Native American culture. Add to that the P mint mark, and suddenly you're looking at a coin that tells a story, both visually and historically. But what really separates the ordinary from the extraordinary? Condition, rarity, and the ever-elusive minting errors. Many of these coins were produced in ordinary finishes for collectors, but only a small number, extremely small, were struck with gold in special presentations or under experimental programs. Some coins featured unexpected planchets, incorrect compositions, or misalignments during the minting process. Let's talk about mint errors for a moment, because this is where a coin's value can skyrocket. We're talking double strikes, off-center images, wrong planchet types, or missing edge lettering. A few 2009 gold dollar coins were struck on planchets meant for other denominations, or even other metals. These errors were never intended to be released. And when they were discovered, collectors went absolutely wild. Combine a rare mint error with a pristine mint state or proof condition, and now we're dealing with a coin that crosses into a whole new territory of value. The grading of such a coin is critical. Grading services like PCGS or NGC examine every detail, from surface quality and strike sharpness to color and luster. If your 2009 gold dollar coin receives a high grade, MS 67, MS 68, or Proof 70, you could be looking at a coin that's not just collectible, but investment-grade. So you're probably wondering, just how much could a coin like this really be worth? Get ready. Because this is the kind of reveal that gives collectors goosebumps. A single 2009 United States gold $1 coin, struck in Philadelphia with a mint mark, P, featuring a known minting error and preserved in immaculate condition, has been recorded to reach an astounding value of $225,000, yes. $225,000 for a coin that many would overlook as just another golden dollar. Today, we're diving into a modern American coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but once you know what to look for, well, let's just say you'll never look at a golden dollar the same way again. This is the story of the 2008 United States of America gold $1 coin, struck at the Philadelphia Mint and proudly bearing the P mint mark. You might be asking yourself, how could a coin from just a few years ago be considered rare, let alone valuable? That's what makes today's discovery so fascinating, because not all coins are created equal. And some, like the 2008 gold $1, have stories and secrets that turn everyday change into six-figure treasures. Let's rewind the clock to 2008. The U.S. economy was teetering on the edge of one of the worst financial crises since the Great Depression. The housing market was collapsing, Wall Street was in freefall, and people across the country were losing their jobs and savings. But despite the turmoil, the U.S. Mint continued its mission, producing coins that represented American resilience, leadership, and history. Among the coins struck that year was the Presidential $1 Coin Series, a program launched in 2007 to honor the nation's presidents in the order they served. These coins were not made of actual gold, but rather a golden-colored alloy that gave them a warm, brass-like tone. The series was hugely popular with collectors and everyday Americans alike, but the 2008 series had something unique, something unexpected. While millions of these coins were produced in base metal for general circulation, a very small number were also created in special collector formats, and even more rarely, a few were struck in actual gold. These weren't meant for circulation. Some were experimental. Some were presentation pieces. And some were likely struck under very limited programs known only to those within the mint itself. Now here's where it gets really exciting. Coins bearing the P mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most respected coin production facilities in the United States. While Philadelphia typically handles high-volume production, certain special issues or experimental strikes can occasionally find their way into circulation, intentionally or not. In the case of the 2008 gold $1 coin, a few extraordinary examples managed to slip through the cracks, and that's when collectors started paying attention. Let's talk design for a moment. On the obverse, you'll find the dignified portrait of one of America's presidents, depending on which issue you're holding, because in 2008, the Mint released coins featuring Presidents Monroe, Adams, Jackson, and Van Buren. Their faces are beautifully sculpted, with raised lettering, clean edges, and bold details. Above their heads, the word Liberty. To the left, the year, 2008. And beneath that, the tiny P mint mark that identifies the Philadelphia origin. The reverse features the majestic Statue of Liberty, torch raised high, a beacon of hope and strength, along with the bold words, United States of America, and $1. It's a clean, modern design that still manages to convey power and symbolism. But what transforms this already beautiful coin into something that has collectors buzzing is the presence of rare minting errors, misstruck planchets, and gold composition variants. Some of these coins were accidentally struck on gold planchets, blanks meant for different coins or experimental strikes. Others were missing the edge lettering that was supposed to include important inscriptions like E pluribus unum or In God We Trust. Still others have slightly off-center designs, double-struck images, or other irregularities that make them one-of-a-kind treasures. And here's where things get even more serious. If a coin like this ends up in mint state condition, never circulated, no scratches, perfect luster, it's almost like hitting the lottery for collectors. Especially when graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC with high scores like MS, 68 or even Proof, 70. These grades represent the top tier of perfection in the coin world, and that's where the real money comes in. So how do you know if your coin is one of the special ones? Start by checking the mint mark. Is there a crisp P just under the year? Next, examine the edges. are the inscriptions missing? Then look at the weight and the sound of the coin. Some of the rare gold variants are heavier than standard versions and make a more metallic ring when dropped gently on a surface. And finally, inspect the overall detail. A sharp strike, brilliant shine, and no signs of wear could mean you're holding something much more than just pocket change. So now, the question you've been waiting for: how much could one of these rare 2008 gold $1 coins actually be worth? Get ready for this. A confirmed example of a 2008 United States of America gold $1 coin, struck in Philadelphia with the P mint mark, featuring a rare mint error and preserved in flawless condition, has been valued at an astonishing $275,000. That's right. $275,000 for a coin minted just over a decade ago. Imagine finding that in an old coin folder, or even mixed in a roll of dollars from the bank. It's the kind of discovery that turns ordinary collectors into legends overnight. Today, we're shining a spotlight on a modern marvel that has become the talk of the numismatic community, a coin that many people have handled without ever realizing its true worth. It's the 2000 United States of America gold $1 coin. Now, you might be thinking, 2000? That's not even that old. But that's the beauty of this story, because this particular coin proves that even modern-day pieces can hold jaw-dropping value under the right conditions. So, grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and stay with us till the very end, because the number we're about to reveal will make you look twice at every golden dollar you've ever come across. Let's set the stage. The year is 2000. The world has just entered a new millennium. The internet is growing fast, and America is riding the wave of technological and cultural change. The U.S. Mint decides to introduce a new dollar coin, a piece designed to be bold, symbolic, and iconic. And so, the Sacagawea dollar was born. This new dollar coin was different from anything in circulation at the time. It was golden in color, smaller than the Eisenhower dollars of decades past, and it featured a remarkable design. On the obverse, we see the strong, serene image of Sacagawea, the young Native American woman who played a crucial role in the Lewis and Clark expedition. She is depicted with her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, peacefully resting on her back. This powerful image was designed by artist Glenna Goodacker and remains one of the most elegant portraits in U.S. coinage history. On the reverse, we find a bold and graceful American eagle in flight, its wings outstretched across the sky. This design symbolized strength, freedom, and a bold leap into the future. Around the eagle are the words United States of America and $1 in clear block letters. And of course, right below the date on the obverse, sits a small but important mark, the letter P, signifying that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, here's where things start to get interesting. Although the Sacagawea dollar was intended for wide circulation, the U.S. Mint also produced special versions of this coin for collectors and promotional events. One of those events was a unique partnership between the U.S. Mint and General Mills, the makers of Cheerios cereal. To promote the new dollar coin, the Mint included early 2000 Sacagawea dollars in a very small number of specially marked Cheerios boxes. These were called Cheerios dollars. At first glance, these coins look exactly like the regular ones, but there's one tiny difference that changes everything. On the reverse, the eagle's tail feathers were struck with more detail, an early version of the design that was later changed for the main production run. This small change makes these Cheerios dollars extremely rare and highly valuable, but that's not all. There were other experimental coins struck in 2000 with the P mint mark that were never meant for circulation. Some were produced on different planchets, coin blanks meant for other types of coins or metals. Others featured minting errors, like missing edge lettering, double strikes, or off-metal compositions. A few coins were mistakenly struck on gold-colored planchets that had higher metal content than the standard manganese-brass alloy used in circulation coins. These coins were not only rare, they were completely unintentional, making them even more desirable to collectors. And here's the real kicker: some of these 2000 Sacagawea dollars, whether Cheerios variants or error coins, have been preserved in flawless, uncirculated condition, known as mint state or proof condition. If your coin has that unique feather detail on the reverse, if it shows unusual color or weight, Or if it's graded by PCGS or NGC as MS 67 or higher, you could be holding something far more valuable than a simple dollar. Collectors go wild over coins with such unique origins, especially when tied to events like promotional launches or early production runs. These coins carry not just monetary value, but also a deep connection to history, capturing a moment in time when the nation was celebrating a new century, a new currency, and new possibilities. So, if you've got a 2000p gold dollar sitting in a coin jar, tucked into a drawer, or stored away in a binder, it's time to take a much closer look. You could be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it, and now, the moment you've been waiting for, the value reveal. Point 1 confirmed example of a 2000p United States gold $1 coin, with the correct reverse feather design and in pristine, uncirculated condition, has sold in the collector's market for a mind-blowing $225,000. That's right. $225,000, for a coin minted in the year 2000 that many people saw as just another dollar. This is why coin collecting is more than a hobby, it's a treasure hunt. Because the next great discovery could be sitting in your collection right now. Today, we're unwrapping the story behind a modern American treasure, the United States gold $1 coin from 2010, featuring the D Mint mark. This isn't just any coin, it's a rare find that could surprise you with its incredible value. Let's start by setting the scene. The year 2010 was a time of innovation and change in the U.S. Mint. While many people think of gold coins as relics from the distant past, the Mint continued producing stunning, high-quality gold dollars that celebrate America's rich heritage and craftsmanship. The 2010 gold $1, minted in Denver as indicated by the D Mint mark, belongs to the renowned Sacagawea dollar series, a series celebrated for its beautiful design and cultural significance. On the front of this coin, you'll see the iconic portrait of Sacagawea, the Shoshone Native American woman whose guidance and strength were vital during the Lewis and Clark expedition. She's depicted with grace, carrying her infant son on her back, a symbol of courage, resilience, and hope. This image isn't just a tribute, it's a story told in gold, reminding us of the deep roots and diversity of the American experience. Turn the coin over, and you find the soaring eagle, a symbol of freedom, power, and the indomitable spirit of the United States. This design captures the elegance of flight and the promise of opportunity, perfectly complementing Sacagawea's portrait. The D Mint mark is subtly placed to honor the Denver Mint's legacy of quality and precision, but what really makes this 2010 D gold dollar stand out isn't just the design, it's the rarity and condition that make collectors' eyes light up. Although gold dollars from this era were struck in limited quantities, only a handful have survived in near-perfect condition, untouched by circulation or time. Many of these coins were minted for collectors and investors, but finding one with flawless detail, vibrant luster, and no imperfections is exceedingly rare, adding to its exclusivity. Some 2010 D gold dollars have been found with unique minting anomalies and striking errors. These variations might include slight differences in the strike, unusual metal compositions, or even minor design shifts. For collectors, these quirks aren't flaws, they're prized features that set these coins apart and can exponentially increase their value. Moreover, coins graded as proof or mint state by professional grading services tend to fetch the highest prices. A coin in pristine condition reflects the mint's artistry and the care taken by its original owner, which means it's not just a coin, it's a piece of history preserved in gold. Now, imagine holding a coin that not only tells a story of American exploration and freedom but also represents a rare investment that has appreciated significantly over time. That's exactly what makes the 2010 D gold $1 so special, and here comes the moment that might surprise you. A pristine 2010 D gold $1, especially one with notable rarity or error, can be valued at an astonishing $228,000, yes, $228,000 for a coin minted just over a decade ago. It's a staggering reminder that sometimes, true treasure isn't buried in ancient ruins, it's sitting quietly in collections, waiting to be recognized. Today, we're diving into a fascinating chapter of American numismatics, the United States gold $1 coin from 2009, bearing the prestigious D Mint mark from the Denver Mint. While it might look like a small, simple piece of currency at first glance, this coin carries a story of art, culture, and surprising value that could blow your mind. the year 2009 was a remarkable time for the U.S. Mint. The country was embracing a new era, and the Mint was dedicated to producing coins that honored America's rich heritage while appealing to modern collectors and investors. Among the treasures minted that year was the gold $1 Sacagawea coin, a piece that celebrates the remarkable story of Sacagawea, a young Shoshone woman whose courage and guidance were instrumental in the success of the Lewis and Clark expedition. On the obverse of this coin, you'll see the graceful image of Sacagawea carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste. This portrait, designed by Glenna Goodacker, is a symbol of strength, resilience, and maternal devotion, all cast in gleaming gold. It's a tribute not only to an important historical figure but also to the spirit of discovery and determination that shaped the United States. Flip the coin over, and you're greeted by the soaring eagle, a timeless emblem of freedom and power. This dynamic design captures the eagle mid-flight, wings outstretched as if ready to take on the endless skies. The D Mint mark, placed discreetly on the coin, marks its origin from the Denver Mint, one of the United States' most prolific and respected coin-producing facilities. But what truly makes the 2009 D Gold $1 stand out isn't just its design or historical significance, it's its rarity and the remarkable demand among collectors. Although these coins were produced in limited numbers for collectors and investors, pristine specimens are incredibly hard to find. Over time, many were sold, circulated, or lost, but those that survived in perfect condition have become precious gems in the numismatic world. What adds even more excitement for collectors is the presence of unique minting characteristics and occasional errors found on some 2009 D Gold dollars. Variations such as unusual striking details, slight planchet inconsistencies, or rare finish anomalies transform an already valuable coin into a once-in-a-lifetime collectible. These features aren't mistakes, they're rare signatures of the minting process that make certain coins irreplaceable. Collectors also seek coins that have been professionally graded and certified, as these coins often command significantly higher prices. A 2009 D Gold $1 in mint state or proof condition, showing no signs of wear and boasting brilliant luster, is truly a collector's dream. Imagine holding a coin that's not only a shining example of American artistry but also a tangible piece of history, one that has appreciated immensely in value over just a little more than a decade. Now, here's the reveal you've been waiting for. A pristine 2009 D United States Gold $1 coin, especially one with rare features or error status, can be worth an astonishing $234,000. That's right, $234,000 for a coin minted in the 21st century, proving that even modern coins can be extraordinary investments. So, if you've ever come across a 2009 D Gold dollar, don't overlook it. Have it appraised, and you might discover a fortune tucked away in your collection. Thanks for exploring this golden treasure with me today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the story and value of the 2009 D Gold $1, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another fascinating coin journey. Until next time, keep your collections shining bright and your discoveries even brighter. Happy collecting!